2024-465 from the Chief Human Resources Officer and Director, Employee Relations, Department of Human Resources, requesting a one-year tentative agreement for 2024 between Milwaukee County and Milwaukee County Deputy Sheriff's Association. This item was recommended for adoption at committee.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Supervisor Bielinski.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I just want to preface my remarks by making an acknowledgement that many, if not most, of the problems Milwaukee County faces right now are a direct result of an environment of scarcity artificially created by politicians in Madison who dislike Milwaukee and have been making policy to harm our communities for decades. Now to the item at hand. Every working person deserves a cost of living raise every year, even when they're highly paid a competitive wage, and that includes our Sheriff's Department. But $5.5 million over budget, as we found out this week they're projected to be by the end of the year, is not acceptable. Milwaukee County taxpayers are not some wealthy benefactor, happy to offer a blank check every time they go over budget year after year after year. There are many reasons why the Sheriff's Department can't recruit and retain staff to get overtime under control. Some are in their control, others may not be. But we have to do something. We're looking at selling off county assets that are worth far less, or cost far less, than $5.5 million a year. And if we're going to be doling out $500 million for a new safety building, we need to consider what we're spending each year for the operational budget. If it takes more state resources to get the budget under control for the Sheriff's Department, I'm willing to lobby for that. If it takes reducing roles and responsibilities, civilianizing certain tasks traditionally reserved for deputies, I'm willing to do that. If it takes bringing back retired deputies to staff the courtrooms so we can hire enough people to fill those roles, I'm willing to do that. If there's something no one has thought of yet that could help, I'm all ears. But whatever it takes, we need to get them to live within their means so that the rest of our county government can provide the quality of service Milwaukee used to be known for. Milwaukee Public Schools, also due to an environment of scarcity created from the state, had to go to a referendum this spring, asked for a very significant amount of money. Thankfully for our kids, that referendum passed. My hometown of West Dallas is going to have to do the same thing this fall. So I guess I'd like to ask a question. If the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office were to put their massive annual cost overruns to referendum, how do we think that would fare? My guess is not well. Washington County recently asked for $3.6 million to hire 30 new sheriffs. That failed in Washington County, not exactly a defund the police part of the state. I'm a firm believer that you don't improve outcomes in any institution, including our Sheriff's Department, by treating employees poorly. Because of that, I am going to vote yes on today's rather modest pay increases. But if we're still looking at a multi-million-dollar budget deficit come budget time, my vote will not be so easily won. I have tremendous respect for anyone who dedicates their time and talent to public service. That includes the men and women of our Sheriff's Department. But I'm not willing to cut bus routes to pay for more overtime. I'm not willing to let the domes get torn down for more overtime. I'm not going to watch our senior centers be neglected for more overtime. I'm not going to let the county parks parking lot at McCarty by my house look like a set piece from the show Fallout so that we can give the sheriffs more overtime. So my door is always open. I've met with Sheriff Ball, her team. Unlike previous sheriffs, I think Sheriff Ball seems very interested in doing the job of sheriff, so I really appreciate that. I'm sure there's going to be many more meetings to come. I'm going to be creative, I'm going to be collaborative, and willing to find solutions, but there needs to be a plan, and it needs to come soon. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Supervisor Bielinski. Any other speakers on item 15?